Hello, I'm Jeff Lindsay. This video is about the English sound H. I hope it will be useful both to non-native learners and users of English and also to actors and voice artists who are working on their accents. Now, English H presents two kinds of challenges to non-natives. On the one hand, there are languages like French and Italian, which don't have a sound like English H. Speakers of those languages may omit H entirely when they speak English, so that English words like head and hands and house may be pronounced ed, ands and aus. On the other hand, there are languages like Spanish and Russian which have sounds a little bit like English H but not the same, and speakers of those languages may put their sounds into English words instead of English H. For example, Spanish speakers may say something like head, hans, house, and speakers of Russian may say something like head, hands, house. But I'll speak a little bit more about those other sounds, both in foreign languages and in native accents of English, later in the video. First, let's make English H the native way. And to do this, you only need two things. You need to be able to breathe, and you need to be able to whisper. So let's begin with a very simple word like I. Let's whisper that very slowly. Now, when you whisper it, don't begin with a hard attack. We don't want I. We just want breathing at the start. I. Now, the fun part. We're going to say it again, and we'll begin with whisper. Then halfway through, we're going to turn on normal voice. Let me show you what I mean. I. Do it with me. I. And we've just said very slowly the English word hi, because really that's all English H is. It's very like beginning a vowel with a whisper. Now another word, at. Very slowly as a whisper, at. Don't begin with a hard attack, at. No, begin just by breathing. And now the fun part again, we'll begin with a whisper and then turn on the voice halfway through. At. And we've just said very slowly the English word hat. Now a bit more about challenges for non-natives. I mentioned before languages like French and Italian, which don't have a sound like English H. Speakers of those languages often omit it. But we can also get something called hypercorrection, where H is added to the wrong words, words which begin with a vowel in English. So take the English phrase I am happy. Speakers of Italian, for example, may pronounce this not only as I am happy with no H at all, but also as I am happy with the H on the wrong word. Or a phrase like I have to ask may be pronounced as I have to ask with no H, or as I have to ask with the H on the wrong word. Then there are the sounds that are used instead of English H. One of these is made right at the back of the throat, more or less where the uvula dangles down. We hear this in native English speech in Liverpool, where it's often used as a substitute for final K. So, for example, we might get front and bach. It's also used in Castilian Spanish, where it's the sound jota. So Spanish speakers might say, for example, hello, how are you? I am very happy. Now that's a bit different from the sound that we get in languages like Russian. This is made a bit further forward, exactly where we make k and g in English. It's a smooth friction sound like this. K, g, it's not scrapey like the back sound. And we hear this in native English in Scotland. It's the final sound in loch. And speakers of languages like Russian will often use this sound in place of H. So Russian speakers, for example, might say, hello, how are you? I am very happy. So have some fun, play around with these sounds, see if you can make not only English style hello, but also French style hello, Spanish style hello, and Russian style hello. I hope this was of some use, and that's not all, because once you have control of the English H sound, you will also be able to control a pronunciation feature called aspiration. But that's for the next video, so bye for now.